new music disc, new light engines, brand new advancements, sculk sensor overhaul, and much more. All in this brand new 1.20 snapshot. This is 23W17A. Hello there, Ray here, and let's get into all of the new changes. So leave a like and make sure you're still subscribed. There's a brand new item you can obtain from the trail runes. This is from doing the archaeology, brushing the suspicious blocks which are here. And as you can see, it is a new music disc, which is called Relic from Aaron. Let's go ahead and play it. With each new update, I like to see what this actually means for the survival player. And we test out all our crazy ideas here on my testing server, which is open 24/7, which has accumulated all this stuff just since 1.20 snapshots. I live stream my testing on this server every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, where you guys can even play along with me, all thanks to Bisect Hosting, which provide Minecraft servers so you guys can have your very own. I put my special link in the description, which can get you 20% off, or use code RAY. I'll see you over there after the video. Wow, that was quite a different type of music disc than the other ones we have. The disc is part of the rare loots and has the same brown as the pottery shards and the blue of the smithing templates. Of course, being called a relic makes us think of like what type of lore goes along with the new trail runes and what kind of civilization had this disc and made this type of music. I felt like there were some like medieval aspects to the song, as well as maybe some kind of electric music, but I don't really know much about music, so let me know down in the comments what you think this music reminds you the most of. Now when you place a music disc into the jukebox and have a computer to read it, it'll produce different redstone signal strengths. So this one produces 13 when you put pig step in. You put the other side, it's 14. And the last music disc we had, which was number 5, produced a power of 15, and this is high as redstone signal goes. So before this new disc was added, every single redstone signal 1 through 15 were already used, and there isn't any room for the new disc to have a new redstone signal. So let's go ahead and put it in and see what it produces. and it is 14, which is kind of odd. So now we got 2 that are 14, both the new relic one as well as the previous other side one. So what does this mean for my automatic music disc sorter, where we sort out every single disc based off of their signals? So if we put them into the system and it starts sorting them, we can see they both end up in the same chest. So it looks like the way they are resolving this problem is just by having multiple discs be underneath the same redstone signals, and therefore you can't sort them precisely using redstone, but you can always use my Allay item sorters, where they'll be able to precisely sort out any individual item. Aaron also made some new music for the cherry groves biome, desert, jungle, badlands, and the flower biomes, with the names of the music being A Familiar Room, Bromelair, Crest Dunes, and Echo in the Wind. So you will hear these new ambient musics when moving throughout these places. We got some brand new advancements related to the 1.20 update, which includes stuff for sniffers, archeology, and armor trims. When getting your very first sniffer egg, you will get a brand new advancement, which is called Smells Interesting. And once you've hatched out the egg to get a baby snifflet, if you use one of the torchflower seeds onto it, you will get little sniffs. And once the sniffers sniff out a seed or a pod, if you would plant one of these, you would get another advancement, which is planting the pass, which is for planting any sniffer seed. You can see the other two are here and the requirements of each other. And if you use your brush on any type of suspicious sand, which would give you one of the pottery shards, you get this new advancement in the Venture tab, which is called Respecting the Remnants. It also says 2 out of 2, but I believe that's a mistake. That does open up this next one for you to try to get, which is for using 4 pottery shards in order to make a decorative pot. It's called Careful Restoration. And when hovering over top of these decorative pots, they'll tell you exactly what type of shards are used in order to make all the sides. There's also brand new advancements for trimming your armor. So if I go ahead and pull this out, you can see we get crafting a new look. This is on a different branch under Adventure, which opens up this advancement here, which is like an achievement where you have to get all 8 of these different types of templates and put them on armor, 2 of which come from ancient cities, 1 from a mansion, a bastion, a nether fortress, a end city, killing an elder guardian at a ocean monument, and using your brush on a trail rune structure to get the last one. And once you get 8 out of 8, you'll get the Smithing with Style advancement. The sculk sensors also got updates. These sensors themselves will have 3 phases that they actually go through. So if I just stand on this one so it's constantly activated, and if you look over on the right hand side, we can see there's something called sculk sensor phase, and you can see it says cooldown and also the word active, and just very briefly I'll say inactive. Each of these phases do a different thing. So once in inactive phase, it's not collecting any vibrations, but it is able to listen to nearby vibrations until one has been scheduled. Now the way it becomes active, when a scheduled vibration is received, it switches over to this phase. This phase lasts 30 game ticks for the sculk sensor and 10 game ticks for the calibrated sculk sensor. And during this phase, it stops listening to nearby vibrations and also wiggles its little tendrils and emits some redstone signal and light. Then after this active phase has finished, it switches down to its cool down phase. This is the phase that lasts the 10 game ticks, and during this time the block keeps wiggling its tendrils, but no longer will emit any redstone signals or light. And once it's finished with the cooldown, it'll switch back to being inactive. These changes were made so that little devices like trapdoors as well as pistons, when they would end their phase, or like this trapdoor would close, it wouldn't constantly reactivate it and create an infinite loop. These changes should be easy to work around and update any current devices that use them. But what do you think about it? A new faster light engine was added into Minecraft. They said they've been working on this for quite a long time and took inspiration from all the different mods that try to fix the lighting issues throughout the years. But they are saying if you notice any light problems to please make bug reports so they can get those fixed before the full release. Maybe eventually we'll add in like dynamic lighting or color lights now that they've overcome some of the past lighting issues. What do you think? Sniffers got a few improvements, like they will now pathfind into water when on fire. The sniffer egg will no longer spawn inside the ground and pop up through it. They will walk better when on top of slimes when before they walked like in slow mode. And they won't stand so extremely close to players if you're holding their favorite food, the torchflower seeds. They fixed several different lighting issues, such as this one here. When placing in blocks using fill command, it wouldn't update into next chunk, including the problem when removing light sources using the fill command, where it would leave light behind. The second one has to do with the lighting being slower than the world generation. Here you can see the world generation showing up and then the lighting trying to keep up with it. When cave vines would generate, they actually produced light, but that light wouldn't go across the border in some cases. And if you decided to switch out the ore generation with a different type of block, such as like glowstone, the ore should automatically produce light, but before they wouldn't produce any light updates. Also, several bugs related to the Unicode were resolved. So with those changes and these other ones, the resource pack got updated to version 15. When it comes to the end credits, they fixed a few different bugs related to grammar as well as updating the credits within. Speaking of credits, when using the spacebar you can always speed it up, but now you can use the up arrow to make it go backwards. You also won't have your world crash if you happen to load your old world in the newest snapshot. Bedrock Edition also got an update where they fixed a bunch of different issues, but they also got the new music disc just like the Java Edition did. Check out what I'm up to live on my Twitch channel, or start building these new 1.20 farms in your world so you're ready when the update comes out. Every one of you that follow me on Twitter, you guys did it. We reached 6,000 followers over there. You're not too late if you haven't already. It's also where I keep you guys up to date on Minecraft news as well as post in real life photos. Thank you guys for all the support over the last few weeks, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!